Hi, third graders. This is Mrs. Schrader-Shook, and I'm going to explain one of your two math activities for this week. So this is third grade Logic Links number 1 coming out September 21st. You need to add your response, and then I'll show you how to follow the clues, and then you need to submit your activity by September 28th. Now there are 6 slides total, and at least 3 of the slides need to be correct, and if they are not, then I will send it back to you. Remember, the activities are kind of long because you have 3 days at home learning. And so if you finish your classroom work and you've already done 3 of the slides, then you can go in and complete those other slides. But remember, at least 3 of them need to be correct. So I'm going to go in, add a response. You do want to make sure you start with slide 1 because the slides get more difficult as they go on. Once you're in, it'll look like this, and you have your clues on the top, and then you have your shapes on the bottom. Now, right now I'm on the draw feature. You want to make sure you switch to grab on Seesaw. And then what that does is makes all of my shapes clickable on the sides. One thing to note is that when I click on this arrow, right now it's purple because I've selected it to be purple. So make sure you are not changing the color of your shape or it's going to be complicated when you're reading the clues. Okay, so each object is separated by shape and color. So you can see this slide has 3 black hexagons, 3 red stars, 1 purple arrow, and 1 white rectangle. So if you do accidentally change the color of it, there is a key on the top that tells you what color to change it back to. So let me just give you an example of how I would work through this problem. If you're in Virtual Academy, I know you've already done a sample one, but now we have hybrid students joining us, so I'll quickly go through this. So we have clue 1 that says one red star touches only other red stars. So that means if I have this red star and it goes right here, it can only touch other red stars. Now touching only goes top and bottom or side to side. So if I put this purple arrow right here, that one's actually not touching the red star because it's going diagonal. So that would still work. Clue 2, a purple arrow is directly to the left of and below black hexagons. Okay, so if I put this purple arrow right here, and I need my purple arrow to be to the left of and below. Well, if I put this black hexagon right here, then my purple arrow is to the right of it. So I would actually need to move my black hexagon here, and it also needs to be below a black hexagon. So then it would be placed in the middle. Then we have clue 3 that a white rectangle is below a black hexagon. Well, let's look at what I have left. If I put my rectangle here, and then I put my hexagon here, that doesn't meet that clue, which means I have some kind of error in here. So I can always just move my shapes back and then read through the clues again. And then once I have it figured out, I'll go on to slide 2. Slide 2 uses 8 shapes. Slide 3 uses 6 shapes. Slide 4 uses 6 shapes. Slide 5 is back to 8 shapes, and then slide 6 has 6 shapes. Once you are done, you can click the green check on the top, and if you have at least 3 correct, I'll let you know how you did, and if you have less than 3 correct, then I will send it back to you. Again, this is Mrs. Schrader-Shook with one of your math activities, and I will see you next week.